Hello everyone, Mr. Lipchick here, and our topic today is interest groups and political action committees, in particular how they influence our political process. Okay, first, interest groups. An interest group is a group of people who share common goals and organize to influence government. Interest groups differ from political parties in that they are usually concerned with only a few issues. They are organized on the basis of common values rather than geographic areas. The purpose of interest groups is to help citizens communicate their goals and wants to the government. To the right, you see the National Rifle Association representative Charlton Heston, who's now deceased, which is a very powerful interest group. Interest groups can be very powerful at the state and national levels because of their large numbers. They have large numbers of members. Composition of interest groups. The leaders of interest groups unify their members, strategize, communicate, raise money, and act as spokespersons with the media. People join interest groups because of economic self-interest, beliefs, values, attitudes, and for socialization. Low-income people are less likely to join an interest group. Business interest groups exist to promote lower taxes and commerce. Examples: the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the National Association of Manufacturers. Union members join labor-related interest groups in order to maximize wages and improve working conditions. Examples are the AFL-CIO, which is the American Federation of Labor and Congress of Industrial Organizations, I know that's a mouthful, United Mine Workers, and Service Employees International Union, or SEIU. Labor unions have been a very powerful impact on national and state politics over the 20th century, but their influence is declining as membership is declining. Farmers join agricultural interest groups that support commodities and support crop prices. The National Farmers Union and the American Farm Bureau and the Grange are examples of this. Environmental interest groups center around protecting the environment. Both have liberal and conservative members from many walks of life, and the Sierra Club, established in 1892, is a great example of this, still in existence. So the Sierra Club and the National Wildlife Federation are examples. Professionals such as doctors, lawyers, and teachers join interest groups that are professional associations. They seek to control qualifications for entry into their professions. Examples: the American Bar Association, which represents lawyers, the American Medical Association, representing doctors, and the National Education Association, representing teachers. Public interest groups are groups concerned about the interests of all Americans. They seek policies that will create a better society. Example: Public Citizens Incorporated. And governmental interest groups represent smaller governmental bodies trying to influence the Congress and executive branch. The National Conference of State Legislators would be among them, as well as the National Governors Association. Thousands of interest groups exist to represent practically every conceivable interest or issue. Political lobbying. Lobbying is defined as when representatives of interest groups approach government officials in order to influence policies in favor of that group's wishes. Historically, many lobbyists have evaded identification. However, laws now require them to register with the government. People have a right to know who is funding their politicians. If you are retained by a client and make more than one phone call and spend more than 20% of your time serving the client, you are considered a lobbyist. In 1946, the Federal Regulation of Lobbying Act was passed, but it was ineffective. The Lobbying Disclosure Act of 1995 closed the loopholes in the earlier act. Frequently, former members of Congress use their contacts to become lobbyists. They are prohibited from doing so for 1 year after leaving office. Lobbyists exercise a great deal of influence in Washington, helping to draft bills and testifying on topics at congressional committee hearings. Interest groups and political action committees. Interest groups use a variety of strategies to influence the public towards their views. They use mass media to support their views with dramatic imagery and catchphrases. Sometimes they use letter writing, such as the NRA had its members send telegrams to Congress. Their effectiveness is limited as interest groups with opposing views run similar campaigns. The NRA used to send telegrams to Congress by the thousands, and legislators would walk into their office and see piles and piles of telegrams asking to vote against gun control, and they would vote accordingly and frighten them. Because lawmakers must respond to so many differing views on many issues, there is a limit to the power of interest groups. Changes in campaign finance laws led to interest groups using political action committees in order to influence elections. The amount of money that corporations and unions could contribute directly to candidates was limited. PACs were formed as an intermediary through which to provide funds to candidates. PACs must be registered with the government and must raise money through a minimum of 50 contributors and give it to at least 5 candidates in a federal election. PACs have grown in power and influence. In 1996, the Supreme Court ruled that local, state, and national PAC spending is a form of free speech and cannot be limited. After this ruling, campaign spending grew by $1.6 billion. There are 2 basic types of political action committees. There are affiliated PACs. These are PACs tied to corporations, unions, trade groups, or health organizations. These type of PACs comprise the majority of PACs and raise money through contributions by their members, often through payroll deductions. And there are non-connected PACs. These are independent PACs that are not connected to any other group. These are usually groups interested in a particular cause, such as the National Right to Life Pact, which is against abortion. They raise most of their money through direct mail appeals to private citizens. PACs use their money to gain access to lawmakers and to directly influence the outcome of elections. They usually support incumbents, officials already in office, as they are difficult to defeat in elections. That concludes our discussion on interest groups and political action committees. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the live lesson. Have a great day.